Hi everyone, my name is Sydney, and the book that I'm presenting to you this week is Million Dollar Throw by Mike Lupica. This book is just a chapter book. As you can see, it's about 250 pages long, and I would classify it as realistic contemporary fiction. The whole premise of the story is that there's a boy named Nate who wins a chance to throw a ball through a hoop and win $1 million at an NFL game. Everything that happens in the story I can see happening in real life, but it also is a fictional story, so that's why I classify it as realistic contemporary fiction. This book would be enjoyable and readable for kids probably from 10 to 13, 14 years old, something like that. It's a little bit more advanced, but I definitely think 5th and 6th graders could get a lot out of this book. The main character, Nate, has to make several choices throughout this book, and these choices and the way that he handles them, I think, can teach its readers a lot. Every choice that he makes has a consequence. He tries to decide what to do with the money before he's even won it. He puts a lot of pressure on himself to be able to get the ball through the hoop when the time actually comes, because he wants to help his parents who are struggling financially. But he also wants to help his friend Abby, who is losing her sight, and he knows that the money that he could possibly win would help her to regain her sight. He could do it for selfish reasons, but he chooses not to. He doesn't think about keeping the money for himself even once, which is quite a selfless thing to do, I think, especially for a 13-year-old kid, because $1 million is a lot of money. I think all of the decisions that he makes thoughtfully, and he also makes them in love. And I think the readers of this story will pick that up pretty easily, and that's kind of a valuable life lesson for, I think, everyone to learn. Also, this book discusses the concept of interpersonal relationships. Nate's relationships are very important to him throughout the story, especially with his family and his best friend Abby. He never really loses sight of them, and everything that he does is to further those relationships. He wants to get the money, like I said, to give to his parents to kind of help them out a little bit, but also for his friend Abby, who's going to lose her sight without a really expensive surgery. And yeah, I think this book is just unique and thoughtful in that it illustrates the importance of maintaining relationships, especially through difficult times. Nate does a good job of keeping those relationships alive, and at the end of the story, he's kind of rewarded for valuing those relationships. My favorite part of the book, however, is that it is very sports-centric, but it isn't all about sports. Nate loves football, and he sees it as a way to help his family and friends, but he also realizes that it is just a means to an end. It's a way to accomplish the goals that he has in his life and to kind of provide for his family and friends. So he kind of has a better perspective than, it goes further than just football, and I think that that's so important. It teaches its readers, this book teaches readers that there's more to life than just one individual thing, and that the things that really matter are your family and your friends and the decisions that you make and how you decide to go about those things. I also think that this book is being grounded in reality kind of helps it to stay away from melodrama. I would definitely recommend it. It's a really great book. It's a pretty quick read, and I hope you look at it sometime.